good, YouTubers? It's your boy Josh Green here. Today is Veterans Day. I'm here with none other than my father, Mark A. Green, who is a retired Navy vet. Come here, father. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right, I got a couple questions for him, so let's do an interview. All right, so first question that I have for you, father, is what made you join the Navy?
What made me join the Navy? That's a good one. Well, let's see. I was a young man, probably 18 years old, 19 years old. I had a good friend named Vince Jones, and he joined the Navy after high school. And he said, "Hey, man, won't you come and check this out with me?" So I walked down with him. I seen this big old sign that said, "Join the Navy and see the world." Said to myself, that's interesting. So I walked in, talked to this recruiter. An hour later, I was in the United States Navy, going to see the world, which I thought I was going to see the world in the beginning. But to be honest with you, I cried the whole 2 months I was there. I cried because I wanted to get out and go home.
Yes, I probably would too.
It was a whole different lifestyle that I was accustomed and used to when I first joined the Navy. But I had a strong mother who wanted me out, but then again, she wanted me to stay in because I had a good captain that said, "Let the boy grow up and be a man." And the rest is history. 30 years later, the Navy made me who I am today.
30 years later. That's a long
time. Made me who I am today.
All right. So, next question. What was your job classification in the Navy?
Job classification in the Navy. In the Navy, you hold many jobs. You're just not classified to one. You hold many jobs. But the one job that I did held, my title was mess specialist, which is a chef, which is now they changed it all around with the new Navy. They call it culinary arts. Which
all right.
Did I enjoy being a chef? Yes, I loved it. I cooked for all kinds of dignitaries. I hosted a Who's Who in America, which I got a chance to meet Oprah Winfrey, Tom Selleck, Henry Mancini. That's just to name a few, but I've met a lot of stars throughout my career as being a chef. So being a chef, people think is an easy job, but actually it's a pretty hard, tough job, especially in the Navy, especially being on an aircraft carrier where you're feeding 7,000 people. That's times that by 4, 7, 14, 21, 28, that's 28,000 meals a day.
That's a lot of meals.
And for me, I was in charge of a galley, what they call a forward galley, and I had maybe 10 chefs working under me at one time, and that was one of the hardest ones to work in. So yeah, that was my job on a carrier. But when I went to the small boys, your job classification changes because you got to learn different things. As you can see here, I was a enlisted surface warfare specialist. That means you have to learn everything on a ship. To become that, you have to be top notch. So that was something that I was very proud of, and something that has helped me throughout the rest of my Navy career and also in life itself. Because the training you learn from that is this something that nobody can take from you.
That's so true. All right, so next question is, what is your greatest strength or weakness?
My greatest strength or weakness? My greatest strength, I'd have to say, is having my family around. Because, especially my 3 sons, having your family and your kids around makes you strong. Because you have to be strong for them. You are the head of a family. And they look up to you for guidance, for strength. So, that's my greatest strength, is being strong for my family. My weakness, I would say, is being a failure. That's one thing, being a man and being from a military background, that's your weakest thing, is being a failure, because again, you have people looking up to you and they see how strong you are. Well, that's going to motivate them into being just like you.
You're right about that.
So that's my strengths and that's my weaknesses.
All right, there you guys have it. All right, next question. What have you always wanted and did you get it?
Well, what have I always wanted? What I've always wanted is to see my sons grow up to be men and to follow in their dad's step as being strong men. And to watch them and see them grow and see the men they have become, I can sit back and say, you know, I did it. I did it. I can look at my sons and say, I did it. Because I've made them who they are. You know, we had an old saying when they was growing up. You know, I'm gonna throw this out there. Josh was looking at me like, oh God, here we go.
No.
But when they was kids, we lived by a code. And the code was, you don't bring attention on yourself, you don't bring attention, especially on me, and you don't bring attention on this family. Because one mistake will cost you the rest of your life. So don't go out there and be in that statistics and make that mistake. And I can say that my sons lived by that, and they are still living by that. And I think they tell other people. Now, I can tell you some stories about, well, I'm quite sure my son can tell you stories about how he had to grow up with his dad being in the military.
Yeah, that's pretty strict.
Stories of standing at attention for hours at a time, standing with rocks in their hand, looking up at the sun, you know, but that's discipline. And that's why they are who they are today. Strong men.
All right, what is your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Favorite food.
I'm black, naturally. I love chicken, okay?
Here we go.
Chicken is my favorite food. I can eat chicken every day. So if anybody who's out there and they know me, they know Mark Green loves chicken.
You guys know that I do, because I did that how-to video on how to make chicken adobo. That kind of shows my black side and my Asian side. Black side with the chicken and the Asian side with the white rice. So there you guys have it. All right, what is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I must say National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh man.
We watch that. That starts our holiday festivities on Thanksgiving. Me and my sons, that's what we watch. After we sit there and eat this big meal, we watch Christmas Vacation. So that's my all-time favorite movie.
And we watch that every year. And as we're watching it, usually we're just sitting there on the couch or wherever we're sitting and we just pass out. Makes for a great holiday. All right. Who is your favorite musician?
Got many. Let's start with the jazz. I like Michael Franks.
All right, Michael Franks.
For my jazz. Contemporary, I love Sade. Don't care much for rap.
Not a rap guy.
But I'm more of a mellow guy. Jazz, mellow music, Sade. So there you have it.
Okay. All right, guys, to wrap up this interview, I have one more question, and that is, what are your most memorable memories in the Navy?
Most memorable memories in the Navy. Seeing that I have a lot. Let's start out with one of my most memorable places in the Navy, which is a small little island out in the Indian Ocean called Seychelles. Beautiful tropical paradise. A lot of people probably don't know too much about that because it's probably one of the world's most best kept secrets. Bet's a beautiful place, and I think everybody should try to go there at least once in a lifetime. Memories, I have a lot. I remember watching friends of mine pass away. It's a memory, but it's a sad memory. Good memories, everything I did in the Navy was good. The places, the exotic places I went to, most of all, the camaraderie I made with a lot of friends. I met a lot of good people on my Navy career, and a lot of them I will never forget. Especially some of the higher ups, like admirals. I worked for captains, admirals. The captains I worked for was good people. The chiefs, some of the senior chiefs, master chiefs I worked for was good people. That's why I am who I am, because, you know, back then, you know, being a young man, they take you under their wings, so to speak, and they teach you things, you know. When I wanted to get out of the Navy, they taught me into staying. When I wanted to go and do things with the wrong crowd, they taught me not to hang with that. So I must say, some of the memorable memories is sitting down talking with some of the older Navy generation and learning from them of who I am now. I mean, if you sit down and you listen to older people, they're a lot wiser than what you think they are. And if you sit there and you listen to them, you might just learn something. And for me, I sat there and I listened, and I learned a lot. And that's why I can sit here and tell you this today, because listening to them made me who I was, watching them and learning. So anybody out there listening, young men out there listening, tell you the same thing I tell my sons. Don't think old good people are fools, because we're much wiser than what you think.
Our interview with my father, Mark A. Green, and he actually has some things to show you guys that he has acquired, and not only acquired, but has earned in the Navy.
This here is my shadow box. This is some of my most memorable accolades that I acquired in the military. Some of the things I'm most proud of, that hold very dear to my heart. This here is what they call a Navy comm. This here is one of the hardest medals and ribbons to get. You see I got many watches, Navy rings, Navy achievements, lots of different awards.
And
that's United States Marines, what I did with the Marines. I got one that says, yes, worked with a little bit of SEALs, Department of the Navy. Down here. Down on this third shelf here, there's a lot of retired things. Most of this retired stuff come from my son, Josh. He's given me a lot of this retired stuff throughout the years. Proud of that. Next shelf is a bunch of medals and ribbons that I earned. You see, I got my American flag folded.
MS2 Mark A. Green, aka Top Gun.
That was many years ago. Many years ago. That's the name they gave me on board the USS Carl Vinson aircraft carrier. I was one of the best of the best. That's where I achieved the status of being supervisor of the quarters of the month, of the quarter, and of the year for the Navy. Top Gun. What can I say? That bottom shelf is just little knickknacks there. It's a chief's dinner plate, cup, saucer, a couple of little things down there. I'm gonna reach in here and pull this out for something here. It's just something that I think my son, he might like. I don't think he's seen this one. This is what you get when you cross the line. It's called his Golden Shellback Award.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Back in the day, Imperium Neptuni Regis. That is pretty neat.
It's something I'm proud of. I just want to say Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow vets out there and say thank you for your services.
Like my dad said, Happy Veterans Day. Thank you everybody who is actively on duty in the military and everybody that is currently retired and a veteran. Thank you very much. Dad, thank you for your service, and I love you.
Love you too, son.